Alright, we are going into, I believe, the fourth match of KCM Race Wars Season 4 Week 1. Let me make sure that our quality is looking nice. Let's see if Best can continue the streak that he's been on. Absolutely tearing up everyone left and right. And Mind is coming out as the last Terran player for Team Terran. Can he actually bring it back? Can he do a good job and maybe actually beat Mind? Wow, beat Best, who's looking absolutely invincible right now. We're going to be on Heartbreak Ridge in the top left-hand corner in the blue. It's going to be Best. And in the right-hand side of the map, in the 3 o'clock position, it's going to be Mind. Let's see what Mind's got to throw at him. Honestly, I think if anybody can take a game off of Best right now, it is Mind. Mind, absolutely fantastic player right now. Probably in the top 5 players, maybe even top 3 with the way that he's been playing recently. Every single one of his matchups has been very, very strong. He's been looking like an absolute god at times. So I'm looking forward to seeing this, but we do have to keep in mind that Best has literally the best PvT in the world. Always has, for a very long time at least. So not really surprised if Best takes this game as well because of how strong his PvT is. But we do see this very early probe going out, and this is probably going to be looking for an early gas steal, especially with the first pylon already out. The gas steal is kind of an interesting strategy against Terran. Basically, it allows the Protoss player to put a lot of pressure on with early zealots and gateway units, and all Terran really has to defend with are lots of Marines and SCVs, because you can't get that early gas, you can't get the early factory and go for lots of factory units like the Vulture, etc. So it can be a little bit annoying at times, and right now this is a pretty good micro coming out from Mind's SCV, just kind of weakening this probe up early on, making sure that it can't actually do much damage when the first Zealot gets here. But we are definitely going to be seeing a fast Zealot coming out from Best, just to put some pressure out on his opponent and force him into a smaller box. You can also follow up with some really nice pressures off the back of this gas steal and Zealot harass, which causes a lot of heartache for Terran, who normally would like to just get a very fast siege tank, take a natural expansion, and just start teching up, turtling really hard. Unfortunately, you can't really do that. Oh, that was actually so clever, using the gas actually as an escape tool. So, really cool to see that. I've never actually seen that done. It's pretty interesting. I'm not sure if it's necessarily like a brilliant move or anything, but it's pretty cool to see nonetheless. It also forces Terran's economy to be a little bit delayed because they have to pull a couple SCVs and start killing off this simulator. You do have to go for sort of a gasless expansion and make a lot of Marines to follow up, but wow, this natural expansion for Best already gets up, so he's going to have a lot of control over the center of the map, and the first Zealot is out right now, going to be starting to push out across the map, put a little bit of pressure on his opponent. So, unfortunately, this probe takes quite a bit of damage from the first Marine. That is a bit of a mistake from Best, but it's not too bad overall. It's going to still allow him to get scouting information, see what's up in his opponent's base. And actually, I think he lost that probe. That's actually a pretty big deal, because a probe hit plus 2 Zealot hits will kill a Marine. So you generally want to get that probe, keep it alive, so that you just have a much better time against these Marines. But with 4 Marines and SCV out here blocking, this shouldn't be hard at all for Mind to defend. Good micro so far, only gets 1 hit in for Best, and that Zealot is going to be set on the retreat, maybe. Okay, there we go. Zealot is going to be going down. Does it get caught on the corner? No. Okay, yeah, okay. So it does go down. Best is going to be trying to go in for another scout on the bottom side of the map, kind of a sneaky probe to get him behind these Marines. The Marines can't actually go for a strong counterattack. He's sending a couple out there just to scout and do maybe a little bit of poke damage, but with the amount of HP that Protoss units have early on, gateway units are just very, very strong against Marines. It's difficult to actually do any realistic pressure with them. unless it's some sort of cheese. So both players have stabilized. They're going to be going into the tech shortly, and we'll have to see what both players decide on. Are we going to see a double fact? It looks like we're going to have a double fact from Mine. He's trying to get in position to build a factory, but that one SCV just annoyingly getting in the way over and over again. That's Brood War for you. And we see actually a proxy robo. This is actually really cool. We actually saw this yesterday as well. I can't remember who did it. It may have been Mini going for a proxy robo up in the top left base as well. And what's interesting about this is because it's so far out of the way, it does cause lots of problems for the Terran player. Even though Terran knows that it's coming, they can see it, you can honestly just build an observatory back at home and start just making lots and lots of observers from that robotics. And it's actually a pretty safe place overall. It can't really be attacked early on. You can't really send a bunch of units over there. Maybe you can send like one or two vultures over there to maybe snipe it over time, but it's going to take a long time, and those vultures really could be doing mostly anything else besides sitting over there and just trying to attack a pylon. And of course you can't send tanks up there because it's far away. It's too difficult to actually send tanks down there and get them home safely without getting intercepted by a Protoss army. So it becomes a bit of a problem. This time, though, we're actually going to be seeing the Reaver drops come in, and I like this, immediately going for the Wraith off the back of this. So Mine is going to be actually really well prepared for what's coming his way, and Reaver drops are going to be completely shut down. This may have been an oversight from Best. This might be his downfall, trying to go for the Reaver drops against the perfect counter build. We'll have to see, but with missile turrets already in position and a Wraith building, I don't think it's going to do any damage. The robotics facility has finished, or the robotics support bay rather, and we will probably be seeing a Reaver coming in pretty shortly. The shuttle's out, and we'll see if the Wraith goes immediately for it, or actually just takes its time, plays defensively. Looks like actually he's going to play pretty defensively with it, and this might be a smart play considering that there might be a Dragoon on the map trying to snipe the Wraith as it's trying to go over towards that shuttle, but nicely behind this is going to put at least a little bit of pressure on his opponent and allow Best to take a nice third base behind this. Shuttle's in danger though. Here comes the Wraith, and he's gonna have to drop off everything. Whoa, whoa, that was actually really scary. That Reaver almost didn't make it out of there in time. Got it out of there just before the last attack actually landed. And maybe a third base isn't a good idea at this point. Going for that fast Wraith really shut down this drop play quite a bit and has allowed Mine to kind of take control over the center of the map again. He doesn't have a lot of tanks at this point in time, only one, and just a couple of vultures, so not a lot of factory units like you would normally like to see, but it's still a very strong infrastructure for Mine. He's going to be doing a good job. Wow, the blocks from Best are insane. What the hell? That was actually insane that he managed to block those vultures and kill them off. So no damage done into the main of Best, and Mind, despite doing really well against that pressure, he is finding himself with a lack of control in the early mid game. He's going to try to kill off the robotics facility down here, which is a very smart play to do. Since he went for that very fast starport, he also is able to get that fast dropship, which allows him to go ahead and drop over here without taking too many risks of losing his tanks, getting them way out of position. And mining up behind this is very nice as well. Oh! Oh! Wow, nice mine hits. So good mine hits so far. These vultures actually might be able to clean up. And with this Wraith coming in as well, it's going to be able to clean off. Oh, no, he wasn't able to clean up that. He wasn't able to clean up that shuttle, so actually really nice little micro work going on there. Best coming out slightly ahead with his units. And so far Mine is just trying to focus on getting a ton of gateway units. Might be going for a +2 timing attack, or timing his third base with +2 as well. We'll have to see how that goes, but the dropship is going to be going for a small drop in the main, but Best is well prepared for this. He knows this is coming. He had an observer out in front. He saw it coming, and he's going to be able to stop both of the drops at the same time. Absolutely insane heads-up play by Best. Doing a really good job of. But does the drop shake goodbye? Is he gonna drop? He didn't. He decided not to drop by the mineral line. He's gonna drop on this high ground instead, and this is the play that we saw. I think it was Mind. I think it was Mind as well. The other day, where he just continually dropped on this high ground, tried to drop as many tanks and do as much damage to this mineral line as possible, and it can be very devastating. But this looked a little bit botched, maybe just going a little bit too all in with that and losing quite a few mech units, trying to get some damage done. A couple of probes killed off, so it is a small victory, but trading 2 full dropships full of units, not really the best trade in my opinion. And even though it's given him a little bit of control over the center of the map, it hasn't given him a lot of time, which is what he really needs for these mech upgrades to really come to fruition. He's going to try pushing out right now and taking control of this southern spoke of the wheel on Heartbreak Ridge, but it's not really going to happen, and this is very confusing right now. Mine just moving out in the middle of the map right into a Protoss army that he scouted, and maybe this is just trying to screen for another pressure that's going to be coming in, but as a result, he's being pushed back, and he might actually lose a couple of units in the process. He's going to try to go for this drop play again, going to lay a couple mines, but with this pressure coming down on the front door right now, this could be quite obnoxious right now, and even the shuttle playing a big role at this point in the game, potentially going for Zealot bombs, but not going to go for it this time, just repositioning on the north side now as well. Mine has secured his third base. He's going to be starting his second set of upgrades pretty soon. He's got the +1. But so far, Best has done a really good job of just getting far ahead in the economy. He's got his Arbiter tech up now as well, and he's got center map control at a time when Terran really should be threatening the potential pre-carrier, pre-Arbiter push. And this time it's not really going to happen. Basically, Mine just has to play very, very defensively up on this ridge, make sure he doesn't die to the next set of pressure. But Best is moving in. It looks like he might actually be wanting to go for a pressure, and with the very weak ground army so far that Mine has, this might actually be not enough, but the positioning is very good, creating a very nice arc at the last second, but more and more reinforcements coming in, lots of Zealots. They're going to be able to get right on top of these tanks, and this might actually just be the end for Mine. Third base is broken now, and this smoke is absolutely forfeit. Too much damage coming down, and actually just going to continue dropping on top of all of these tanks. This third base CC is under fire. It's going to be forced to lift off. I don't think Best is going to be able to kill it off, but this is so much damage done to his opponent's economy, to his opponent's army, and Best has actually completely broken the tank line, reset the tank count, and put himself in a very nice position to win the game in the next 2 to 3 minutes once the first Arbiter gets out. And I would actually really like to see a fourth base going down, and I think that's what Best is going to be doing, maybe going for that fourth base behind this. It's very nicely done. And there's so many gateway units, it's insane. Best is honestly just so good at this matchup just purely because of his macro, and you can see it very clearly. He always has another army to send out. He's always making units. He never forgets a macro cycle, and it's just insane how much damage he can do once he gets into a situation with lots and lots of gateways. And coming up here again, crushing this third base. This time he is definitely going to be killing off that CC. That is a 100% DED dead CC. So there we go, no CC for Mine. Mine down below 100 supply versus opponent at 150. This is looking pretty bleak for him, and with first Arbiters out, they're going to be able to come in here and make pretty short work of this. But honestly, with this many gateway units, he doesn't even need the Arbiter. He could honestly just come straight in with his units. A little bit of a haphazard attack, trying to whittle away some units. A couple of Zealots kind of just going into a random position down on the bottom part of the map, but I think honestly Best is just trying to play a little bit safe. He's trying to make sure that he's got all the units in the right position, and I think we're going to be seeing a recall to start things out, maybe instead of the stasis. Seeing the small move out from Mind, I think Best is actually just going to change his mind. He's going to go straight out and completely crush this force in the middle of the map. Again, Mind just pushing out very recklessly in the center of the map. Oh, beautiful stasis on top of all those units. That is a huge chunk of Mind's army at this point in time. And there is the GG. Wow, Best just playing absolutely incredibly macro monster.